Do you ever wonder why some people earn crazy amounts of money with the same amount of time, 24 hours we all have in a day? It all boils down to high income skills. So in this video, I'm going to talk about 3 high income skills that you can learn to earn an extra $500 to $1,000 a month, how I'd approach doing them now, and the one that I recommend the most. But even before we get there, there is a disclaimer that I'd like to put here, which is that with most of these videos, what they don't tell you is that side hustles can be so unforgiving if you don't take into consideration the kind of person you are, meaning the interests you have, what people will pay good money for, and what the world needs. If you can find a sweet spot between those 3, then you're golden. So jumping straight into number 1, writing. For the longest time, I used to try writing on Instagram. I tried writing on X. I tried writing on Medium, LinkedIn, even Threads, but somehow it never materialized into anything that I could use to keep the lights on. And that was where I realized that I wasn't thinking about it in terms of what I was saying earlier, whereby if you don't think about it in terms of what does the world need, or what are people willing to pay good money for, and where do your interests lie, then you'll never get anywhere. Most of everything we consume, whether it be the Instagram reels you watch, TikToks you watch, the YouTube shorts, the YouTube videos, movies, these all come from a base of writing. And how I'd advise you to go about it is, first of all, identify where your interests lie. Is it YouTube? Do you consume a lot of YouTube content? For me, I consume a lot of this kind of content, So personal development, business, personal finance, minimalism, tech. So I wrote down these interests, and then I narrowed it down to the 3 that I consume the most. From there, I also identified which kind of people are making the videos whereby providing this service of writing for them will be impactful for them. I began reaching out to them, but even as I was doing so, I was also strengthening what kind of writing that would involve. What makes a good YouTube script for personal development. After breaking this down, I also use this now in my application to these YouTubers, and it has had one of the biggest impacts in my life. It's gone beyond letting me keep the lights on, letting me provide for my family, letting me invest in all this stuff, to make this production quality a bit better. I think in terms of recommending where to begin, it might not be YouTube script writing for you. It could be direct copy sales writing. That tends to have a lot of impact on the bottom line of many businesses, because how you write like landing pages, how you write sales emails, how you write their ad copy has a direct impact on people's willingness to buy from them, which makes them want to pay you more if you're good at it. So where do you begin? Where do you begin learning all these things? All these resources are available on YouTube. I learned how to write good scripts from YouTube. There's also another course that I've found, like a 5-hour full, it's like a master class for copy sales writing. I'll link all of these resources down below. If you're interested in things like ghostwriting, there's a guy called Nicholas Cole who's written 2 very good books. The Art and Business of Online Writing is one, and the second one is The Art and Business of Ghostwriting. Read both of those, you'll be golden. Number 2, video editing. For the longest time, I've been consuming all this YouTube content from Peter McKinnon, MKBHD in like 2016. And for the longest time, I wondered, what does it take to make this kind of video? Fast forward to around 2021, after 5 years of consuming, procrastinator. A friend of mine called me up. He's a crazy filmmaker. He was like, yo, I need some help. Why don't you come over to my place, help me with a project, And I was asking him, how on earth can I help you with this? And I have no idea what what that entire world entails. It seems like magic to me, magic that I'll never understand. But he's like, no, you just come over, and the best way to learn is by diving deep into a project. And now fast forward 3 years later, it's also gone beyond keeping the lights on. In terms of how to start, I don't think there's a better way than diving into the deep end of YouTube University, where you start to understand things like the basics and the fundamentals of the softwares. You don't even have to go as deep as going to the professional softwares because they're expensive, but you can start with things like CapCut because they have free versions, yeah, and you can be able to make some crazy things with it. So once you start learning those skills, also identify the kind of content that you are drawn to. Is it Instagram Reels? Is it YouTube Shorts? Is it TikToks? Is it long form YouTube videos? Yeah. Take one of those videos and try and ask yourself what interested you about it. Is it how they did the intro? Is it how they did the story? Is it how they pieced together the graphics? Write those things down, yeah? And then take the video and try and replicate it with the skills you've learned. Another way I'd recommend is, for example, if you consume a lot of YouTube content, if there's a particular creator that you are inspired by, that you are drawn to, take one of their videos, cut it down to either small YouTube shorts or Instagram Reels or TikToks with the skills you've learned, and then send it to them, just as a way to show them what you're capable of at this particular point. That's number one. Number two, you could also take that same YouTube video and cut down that first minute as the intro, just to show them like your potential in doing like good hooks for their YouTube videos. And then number three would be businesses in your local area. Every kind of business today needs video for a lot of their marketing purposes, yeah? Also take one of their videos, do the same thing, break it down to YouTube Shorts, TikToks, small snippet ads, and send it to them. And then don't have any expectations after. Yeah, this is about like showing what you're capable of. And the more and more you do this, the more and more you create this confidence to keep doing it, and you get better at it, and somebody will take notes and they'll reach out to you. Then number three, design. Personally, I've been designing for maybe 14, 15 years now. So maybe this is like I have a cheat code. But it's been one of the things that I've always come back to, like whether it's even when I'm doing video editing now, yeah, there are things like graphics that I'll need to use, that I'll need to design from scratch, and having that background has really, really helped me. So in terms of where to begin, again, I'd recommend you first identify what kind of design interests you. There's so many. Is it graphic design? Is it web design? Is it motion design? Identify what the world needs in that particular regard, in the design regard. Identify what people are willing to pay good money for. For example, if you approach web design, what I've found works right now is learning the tools that let you do this faster for people. With the onset of tools like Framer and Webflow and Squarespace and Wix and all these things, they've really, really made things like web design be much more accessible to many people. So learn Framer and then use this to approach local businesses in your area. Pick one of their web pages, maybe let's say a landing page for a service business, maybe like a lawyer's business. Pick an architecture firm's website, yeah? Redesign this with all the tools that you've learned in web design. Again, from YouTube. YouTube is a beast resource. I'll link all the resources I recommend down below, again, remember? And then approach those businesses. And don't be shy to approach as many as you can. It might seem very, very time-consuming, disheartening when you don't hear back, but trust me, when you get that one person who responds, wow, that changes everything. A bonus one would be AI prompting. This one can be very, very lucrative if you target the right kind of market, yeah? Because many people can use AI tools to ask all sorts of questions, but depending on how you prompt it, just like the way Google used to be. Like if you know how to ask Google exactly for what you want, then it gives you the exact results you want. It's the same way with AI tools. For example, in ChatGPT, when you're writing, it can just spit out random ideas and things that are not really unique. They don't seem authentic, they seem AI generated. But if you're able to craft the right kind of prompt in a way that you teach it what it needs to give you, that's a very, very valuable service you can offer to businesses. For example, if they need you to generate a landing page for a particular product they're about to launch or a particular service they're about to launch, if you can help them use ChatGPT, for example, in a way that lets them generate the exact kind of language they want to use, the exact kind of tone they want to have, then that could be a very good lucrative service. In terms of where to begin learning that, again, free resources, YouTube University. I'll link a couple of YouTube channels that I watch down below, where you can learn a lot of AI stuff, whether you want to learn Midjourney things, whether you want to learn ChatGPT things, you want to learn Sora things. And so the crazy thing is that all these high income skills are very, very, very accessible, because if, for example, you're watching this, it means you have internet and you have access to YouTube. That's it. That's basically it, yeah. Last point is, as you learn all these things, one of the biggest things that holds people back is not applying what you're learning. I feel like maybe that's what leads me to the one that I recommend the most, which is being a creatorpreneur. Creatorpreneur here means learning as you build something. For example, I'm learning everything I'm learning. I'm learning to write, I'm learning to video edit, I'm learning design, and I'm applying all these things to what you're watching now, the YouTube channel that I'm trying to build now. When you learn as you build, the amount of knowledge that comes with that, I think, surpasses everything. Rather than learning in like a vacuum where you're not really applying anything, you just remain with all this knowledge and you're not using it. High income skills won't matter if you're not building something with them or if you're not applying them as you learn them. This is one of the biggest ones I recommend, which is number 5, being a creatorpreneur. I'm beginning my journey this year and I'll keep you posted on how it goes in a year's time. I want to try and do it like a video a week, posting all sorts of videos about ideas I'm picking up, what I learn from them, or when I apply them, what happens in my life, just like this. I hope you'll stick around for the journey, yeah? If you like this kind of content, then I made a particular video about 10 things that I wish I knew in my 20s now that I'm in my 30s. I'll link it somewhere here. See you there. All right. Bye-bye.